Hello, everybody. Welcome to Travelers Podcast, episode number 22. This week, we have a great show planned. We got some awesome topics to talk about, some tasty leaks and thunderous returns of certain weapons and things. With that, we got tonight joining us CrayZJaye, Contrabang, and returning from a little vacay is Mr. Erik Digital. Angel Zero will not be here this evening. She's out with some family things, so we'll catch her next week, hopefully. But otherwise, how's everybody doing? How's it going, guys?
Good. I'm tired actually. Haven't slept well since I started playing Destiny again.
Yeah, right.
Same.
I knew I had abandoned it for some reason.
What's sleep? What's that?
What's sleep?
I don't know, man.
What's this grind you speak of? Oh, so by the way, how is the grind?
Good.
Grind is amazing. It's grinding. The grind is still grinding, man. It doesn't stop. It doesn't stop.
Who's 600 here?
Yeah, I'm close. I'm like one or two lights off, and I gotta say, like the grind actually for me has slowed down a little bit, only because. Yeah, there we go. There we go. The grind has slowed down a little bit for me because I am almost at 600, and there's not as much of an urgency for me to grind that out, right? But there's still some things I'm working on. I still need to collect all the masks, and I've got the horror story auto rifle, but I still got to get the rest of the masks. So, but that's
I haven't grounded Festival of Lost at all, man. I've been too busy trying to get Luna's Howl.
Oh, there you go. That's a good grind.
You close?
I got to what was it, Fabled last night, but I haven't really done that. I'm at 22% for the solar kills, so I still have a ways to go. But at least I got to Fabled.
Nice.
Yeah, well, right, but once you're there, you still have to get like 150 hand cannon headshots or something.
That's not forgotten. That's a not forgotten.
Okay, so that's not the Luna's House step. Okay,
not forgotten. You have to get to the highest rank and then get 150 headshot kills with hand cannons.
Right. So what about Luna's? Like, if you're at Fabled already, but you still don't have the gun, like, what else do you have to do before you can get it?
Well, yeah, you have to reach Fabled eventually. So once you're there, you're good.
So you got it, or
no? But you just does some quests, some steps before that. So I gotta get like solar kills, and then I think headshot with hand cannons.
Okay.
And I think play a couple of Rumble matches, and that's it. But once you get to that rank, I'm pretty sure you're good to go. As far as that's the hardest part I've heard. Is just getting there. So once you get there,
you got a good big step out of the way. Then that's cool.
Yeah, it's nice. But I want to not forgotten as well. That was pretty sweet. So that's my next.
That'd be pretty dope if you get it, man. Yeah.
I want it.
So Erik, what about you? You've been gone for a while, man. So talk to us. What you been up to as far as how much Destiny have you had a chance to play, and where you at?
I've been playing. I've tried to play a fair amount. It's been therapeutic. Work is stressful, so I come home. I log on, run solo as much as I can, or I'll join up with some friends whenever there's enough of us around. But I played a lot of Banner this past week. I haven't played that much Banner in a long time. I think so. I went in with one reset on my Valor, and I'm now 4 resets in.
Holy crap! I'm so far behind on you, man.
Holy hell, dude!
I did 3 resets in 1 week, and I'm closing in on the broadsword. So I think
that's awesome. I'm working towards it, but man, dude, it's gonna take a while for me.
I didn't do anything else other than play Crucible all week. It was fun. It was fun to just focus on one thing and then see some progress on it.
Crucible's fun.
Well,
hey, careful.
So I mentioned it's therapeutic to play a little Destiny, but that first night of the first reset of Iron Banner this past week, I'm not a controller thrower and I'm pretty tame, but oh my god, I got into some matches where it was just loss after loss after loss. It wasn't even like anything close. It was just complete blowouts.
Wow.
So, and it was super frustrating because I felt like, all right, I planned this week to make some serious progress on the broadsword, and it started off on a really bad foot. I went to bed pissed off, woke up just as pissed as
went to bed mad, woke up mad.
Woke up mad. So don't go to bed mad.
Yeah, don't. You get indigestion that way. I'm just kidding.
But it's good. So yeah. Haven't rated yet. Have not rated yet.
You're playing on your meaning PS4 PC.
PS4.
Damn it.
And that's a cool thing. It's like I have there's so much to do that the urgency to raid and get all the gears it's not a priority. And then it's
for sure.
bad. So
Yeah.
So yeah, you guys.
I played Banner, but like I definitely didn't get to grind that much. I think I finished all the powerful gear bounties on one character, which, truth be told, which was on my Warlock, because my Warlock was the closest to getting to highlight. And all the other powerful rewards in conjunction with the Iron Banner ones, because now they're all powerful, that's what actually helped me get up to like 597 or 598. Nice. So that was cool. Contra, what about you?
Well, me, I ground a lot just for the bounties, and for that pulse rifle that they were carrying this week, because I've become a fan of Kill Clip lately and of Rampage. I think I've deleted all the guns that don't have any of those two things now.
Yeah.
Particularly when you're doing a lot of Gambit, I found that it's useful to go ahead and do those.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think Rampage and Kill Clip are really good PvE perks for sure.
Oh, right. That pulse rifle, right? The claw, was it the claws?
Yeah, the claw or something, yeah.
They're like selling a beast roll, man. I was just like, yo, because was it Outlaw and Kill Clip that it had?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what I have on my Tiger Spy auto rifle, dude, and it does work, man.
On my Go Figure, I think I have Kill Clip and Outlaw. So for me, Outlaw's a must. Every gun must have Outlaw for me.
I know, dude. It just makes sense. It's like I want to reload fast, like
so good.
Oh yeah. So, for me, everything, including scouts, machine guns, anything that does a Rampage or Kill Clip. I've been getting a lot of those, luckily, and yeah, it is wrecking it. And it is interesting to have those things, because I used to be frustrated with a lot of the bad rolls I used to get on Destiny before.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Did who all here got the Horror Story auto rifle from Festival of the Lost?
Me.
I haven't used it yet.
I haven't grinded Festival at all.
General consensus for me is it's Origin Story 2.0, and it is pretty well known that it pretty much is the Origin Story Vanguard auto rifle, just kind of tweaked and reskinned.
Okay.
I think one of the biggest differences is the fire rate's a little bit faster, I think. Not 100%, but I'm pretty sure. But having Zen Moment makes a big difference on that gun. That stability increase when you're firing is I think it's a good workhorse like gun. It's not what I would call optimal in PvP with certain guns like you'll get kills with it. You won't get destroyed because you're using it, right? Mm-hmm. It's not a hindrance, but at the same time, it's not top of the meta either, in my opinion.
Okay.
If you any 3-tap hand cannon, it's no contest. I'll say that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I mean,
PvE wise, it's great. Like, it's a workhorse weapon. It's a great kinetic gun. If you want something trustworthy in your kinetic slot while you're using an exotic in your second or heavy, it's not bad. And the skin on it's really cool. I actually really like the skin on it. I have that one shader on it that looks like candy corn. It's like dark fluorescence.
Yeah.
But it looks really good on that gun with the skin they have. So give it a shot. Yeah.
Nice.
I'm gonna try to go for it eventually, man. It's just I don't know, man. I really want to grab for Luna's Howl and Not Forgotten, but
the other good thing is it's 600 light guaranteed. So you just get it at 600 light. Like, guaranteed, and it's masterwork already too, so you don't have to spend any cores to masterwork it up. So
that's good.
Yeah, I would say get it while you can. I want to get the mask though. What's y'all's favorite masks that y'all seen?
I like
the which one?
The Jade Rabbit's pretty sweet.
Jade Rabbit, yeah, I know. I like those.
But that's a one on the list. I'll definitely get.
I like the Zol mask,
The Zol,
it's all like sticking out of the face. It reminds me of the Zur mask back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the older one was still my favorite. It's just from D1.
So they had to bring that one back. It made sense,
Yeah.
I just can't believe there's certain masks that I thought for sure they would have, like there's some masks that I was like, why is there not a Riven mask?
Dude, Riven.
Like there's some of these that just make so much sense. It's like, how didn't that make it in, but it's a limited time event. They probably only had to spend so much resources and,
True.
I like the ones we got. I mean, and
sure.
of course, the Colonel mask, the chicken, had to be an Eververse item, right?
Yeah, of course.
If I'm a company, that's exactly what I would have done. That's going to be the most popular one. Let's go ahead and just slide that in Tessa's office. You know what I mean?
Now, if you dismantle it, can you get it from the collections again?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm good then. Cool.
For Bright Dust, if it's Eververse, just like shaders and stuff. So you still unlock it, which is nice.
That's good. I got rid of mine on accident. I was like, oh shit. Oh. I'll get it eventually. Then I just realized it's Eververse. Like when I just said that, I was like, oh shit.
Yeah. Yeah, they got some cool stuff. I like a lot of the I hope I can get a hold of some of the other cosmetics like the cat ghost.
Dude, did you see the emo that you have to buy?
The new one that they came out with this week?
Yeah. What was the
the one.
I'm forgetting. I had it written down.
I forgot.
It's from Pennywise. It's from it.
Yeah, it's from it.
It's like the Mischief Dance or something.
I want it, but I don't want to pay $10 for it.
That's a direct purchase only item. So yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You need to buy the actual item.
I might have spent $10 on the cerebral explosion. Just saying. I might have caved on that one. So
I'm gonna keep on that Pennywise dance.
The mind blowing explosion one is great though, dude.
So nice. I like it.
So to all the listeners that have been following since the beginning, I retract my previous, opinions. I caved. I totally caved. Yeah, I did. $10.
You owe Eric an apology.
I formally apologize.
Fair enough. I'll be back next week.
I'm man enough to admit my faults.
So it's funny because I tweeted today that
you tweeted?
Tweeted, yeah.
I'm sorry,
I tweeted. But today I tweeted to a different tune, just like you're doing right now. I changed my tone from I wouldn't buy anything from Bungie and Destiny to like, well, maybe I would, as long as you meet certain criteria. So, for example, if you want to sell me armor, that's cool. That's fine. Just don't ask me for masterwork cores if I want to infuse it.
Yeah.
Right.
If it's going to be one of those, because every time I get one of those cool armors from Eververse, I'm like, yeah, all right, this looks awesome with this shader. And then I'm like, but I need 2 Masterworks cores to make this, 500 level. Well, so what the hell? Right. So they're just there in my inventory, waiting until the day that they are. You can upgrade them for free.
Would you have the same opinion if they not removed the Masterwork requirement on that Eververse gear, but instead went with the changes that are coming down the pipeline to increase the Masterwork economy and how many we can get in from multiple sources? Would that suffice in that scenario for you?
I would really like to know, or to have a system that if I do get armor that I like in game and it costs Masterworks and there's an economy for that, no problem. But if it's something that I'm purchasing because I want to wear it. I don't want to wait.
Talking about like a direct purchase, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't want to wait until
the only reason I agree with you, Contra. I think the only reason that's never going to happen is because then it becomes pay to win. And unfortunately,
it isn't pay to win because you're just doing it to look cool, because whatever you infuse into the armor, you're taking the values and the properties of the armor you're infusing it from. That's how that system has always worked. Right. If you
no. I mean, the perks are randomized. So on the perk side of it, no, you're not. On the cosmetic side, it's not transmog, so that's not it. You're literally transferring the light level number, and that's directly related to power. Therefore, you're buying power if you pay for an item, and it comes with the 600 light on it instead of you having to use materials to infuse it.
I don't think he's saying he wants to use 600, like buy a 600 power. He's saying he wants to be able to. No,
you buy them at 10. Whatever armor you buy that's cosmetic, it comes at 10 level. It comes without perks. And the system, the way that it should work is if I buy something cool, like you do, like some pirate gear or some ninja armor, like for example, just to like tie it into the lore of the game. and it's different, then I want to be able to take my 560 or 570 armor and say, okay, I want to take this one and then just infuse it. And then I inherit.
So you're saying for Eververse items only remove the infusion requirement.
Yes.
Remove the master requirement.
I'm cool with that. That actually makes perfect sense. You know what I mean? Because you paid for it with real money. Yeah. No, I'm cool with that. That makes sense.
Yeah, remove the master requirement and just have it just materials, or not even that. Maybe just glimmer or something.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, Glimmer, the way you do with duplicates, right? If you get a duplicate, it's just $5,000 in Glimmer, and that's it.
That's perfect.
I think that's actually a great idea. Someone should tweet that out to DMG and let him pass it on.
Yeah, it's a great idea.
No, that's
well,
cool.
it's in my timeline from this morning. We're gonna dig it out and just hey, DMG, this would be a good idea.
Retweet.
Yeah.
But I think that would be a bypass to their woes on how to monetize the game, because if they want to monetize skins, there are people that spend thousands of dollars on other games just for the skins that have absolutely no value than just looking cool.
But what about the free engrams that drop, though? Because you didn't technically pay for that one. So how does that work?
Well, no, because you're talking about lore and armor that's exclusive to the design that you're making. And the trick, and this is the fine line, like, you couldn't just make a pumpkin head like in other games, right? Because it wouldn't fit with the lore of Destiny.
Oh, it has to have like a...
Yeah, it has to have like a theme, like maybe it's like pirate theme, or maybe it's an armor that's made out of fallen parts, or scavenged armor, you could call it. You could call it anything, really, but it has to fit. It has to fit within the boundaries of the Destiny.
Right,
world.
and I'm surprised they haven't capitalized on this ideal more. You've seen a little taste of it with strike-specific loot in Destiny 1, and a little bit now in Destiny 2. More so in Destiny 1, though. In Destiny 1, it was straight up war trophy. Like, I got that guy's head as a helmet, or I got that dude's cloak as my cloak, directly enemy gear and weapons. Right? Mm-hmm. They haven't done that so much in Destiny 2 yet. But think about, I think it was, I don't know if it was Plain Ben or Fury, and there's a Destiny community artist that has these amazing renders, very, almost Bungie quality professional pieces, where they are concept art of what our character would look like with full Cabal armor. Like the Hunter had a Scion helmet, and then the Titan had other Cabal enemy faction. It looks like those enemy faction combatants, but just translated into Guardian armor, right? And I'm surprised that the Bungie hasn't capitalized on ideas like that. Like, what if an Eververse set for the Titan was like made you look like a Cabal combatant almost head to toe, and
Oh, I think I found it. Yeah. Cool.
Or what if they made you look like in Destiny 1, you had the Vex leg. Your whole leg could be like a Vex, right? But why not just make you look like an entire Vex, as a cosmetic? I'm surprised that's not a thing that they capitalize on, because it would sell, dude. It would really sell.
Was it from Plain Ben?
Plain Ben, I think, is who did it. Yeah, y'all should put that on the screen. Send it to Contrabang so you can put it on screen for the viewers, because
I have
pretty.
Dude, look at that Elixir set, though. Oh my god,
this is so sick, dude.
If you had a Guardian armor like this, dude, this is what people would be grinding for, bro.
What? Look at that. Oh my god, I love that. I love that.
Imagine Nightfall armor. I know we're derailing the whole show, but imagine if we had, instead of these little BS Nightfall specific drops, what if every class had a full armor set that was exclusive to the Nightfall with, the really rare drops, and that was your reason to grind out? I have the Inverted Spire drops the Vex set, right, for my character, Titan Hunter Warlock. Now you're talking about me grinding that Nightfall every week that it's out with multiple characters. The replayability is through the roof for that cosmetic set. I mean, I'm just surprised they're not thinking on that level.
I mean, I would pay $4.99 just to give me.
That's pretty cool.
But here's the thing.
Or you translate it into a direct purchase option, right? You take a $10 or 1,500 silver or whatever for that set, and it comes at 10 light or whatever, like you said, and it's just a cosmetic set. Doesn't even have to have any special bonuses on it.
The thing is, podcast that I was on couple weeks ago or a couple months ago.
I don't know, Eric.
Yeah, we changed a few things.
We're okay with.
We're like
not
giving
letting
them
them-
ideas, right? Yeah,
Right.
I know. The
So,
whole problem to answer that concern, Eric, real quick, and then I'll shut up. But like the biggest problem we've had with Eververse was the RNG element to loot boxes. Obviously, they have evolved from that pretty substantially, though it still exists. They've just it's an evolved system now where it's not so predatory, and I think the average gamer would be okay with a direct purchase option for skins and stuff. The real controversy with a game like Destiny is it's a looter shooter, it's a collection game. So that's where you rub knuckles a little bit. But like I said, if they took this loot box RNG element out and gave us a way to earn all these things, or either earn it or direct purchase.
both.
Not the loot box in between. That's what needs to go, right?
Yeah.
But the other two,
I want
think
the option.
is totally cool.
I want the option. I want both. I want to buy it, or if I don't want to buy it, let me earn it as well.
Earn it, right? But the
give us
loot
both
box
options.
random RNG crap, that's what needs to go.
Yeah. The loot box, the engram stuff now, I don't mind because they're not. I mean, nothing really
The
too.
knockout
Nothing's
list
too
is a
crazy.
good compromise to. The
Yes,
loot
that
boxes.
too.
Yeah, the prismatic effect.
I mean,
yeah.
if you play enough, you will get the stuff. That's
Yeah.
Dude, I have a ghost. There's a ghost that's in the Festival Lost right now. There's only 2 ghosts in the game that give you a 10% XP boost. The Cosmos Shell, and then this new one for Festival of the Lost that looks like an eyeball. And the perk is called Guiding Light, and it's 10% XP boost. I was using my Cosmos Shell throughout Iron Banner, and I was popping a Fire Team Medallion, which adds another like 5% or whatever the hell it is, XP boost. And I was getting these ephemeral engrams and bright engrams because it's double drop for the event. I was getting them like, I don't know, every 5 or 6 games or something.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I had the XP boosters and the tokens, and I was just kind of racking them in. So, Eric, you probably had a lot of them, dude, as much as you played.
Yeah, I kind of hit the wall with once you get past your first 3 engrams, it slows down considerably.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, were you
You
using the
have
Fire
that
Team
bright-
medallions and stuff
yeah.
like that?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, the bright Paragon. Yeah, for me, I've noticed like once that's done for the week, it's just.
I don't know. For me, it was they were hitting
1 or 2 throughout the week on that character, depending on how much I play. But
yeah.
I mean, it's nice. I mean, those first 3 bright engrams happen very quickly.
Yeah.
But
So speaking of Festival of the Lost and cool new things that we're looking forward to, there is a patch coming up on the 30th, which is literally in a few days, about a week, a little less than a week. And it's going to bring some really cool changes. They're going to do some rebalancing of some perks. They're going to increase sword damage in PvE. They're going to increase fusion rifle damage. The meatball boss, they are going to substantially increase the spawn rate of the meatball boss in the Malfeasance Primeval in Gambit. But because they're doing that, they are going to turn the guaranteed rewards like the ship and the sparrow into a more RNG based drop because of that, which I think is fair. I mean, if in the 3rd week of the curse, which is the highest spawn percentage of the meatball boss, if they said after this change in that 3rd week it will spawn almost as much as the regular primeval, so you're going to get to see it a lot more, which everybody's just clamoring for. I know I am. I think I've seen it 3 times total since the thing launched. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
yeah, I've seen it once. Luckily, I got the win on that match. So
I know, right? Me too. Yeah. Yeah. They're going to add Masterwork cores as rewards for specific spider wanted bounties and general scrapper bounties, which are the little blue ones that you get from dismantling gear. So that's where they're going to introduce more options to get Masterwork cores, which is really great. It says they're reducing the time for single shader deletion from your inventory. All right, cool. I'll take it.
awesome.
Let's see. And then as far as the Primeval Servitor boss, there was a bug where if you killed it, the other team got credit for it too, I think is what it was. So they're going to fix that because you shouldn't get the credit if you didn't kill it, right?
Yep.
And then they say just expect more details. Obviously, once the patch goes live, that's when they give us the patch notes, the official patch notes. So there are sometimes things that change, so be aware of that. But this is kind of where I wanted to delve into the rumors and leaks and things like that. So Thunderlord, it looks like, and it's all but confirmed, that Thunderlord will be returning in this expansion, and it'll probably happen sometime after the 30th once the quest to avenge Master Ives' killer goes live. And the leaks from Reddit, from Anon the Nine, who was the original poster, who's been right about multiple leaks in the past, such as the 9 new supers coming in Forsaken. He called that out months before the expansion, was totally spot on, and many other things. So he said a few weeks ago or a couple weeks ago that Thunderlord was coming back in Festival of the Lost. And now there's even been things in the database that show ornament icons, other HUD heads-up display icons. So it's literally all but officially confirmed at this point. But the real cool, tasty bit of information is audio file leaks by Amanda Holliday and some other NPCs literally speaking about for some reason, going into the Cosmodrome from Destiny 1 and something about they're doing it behind Zavala's back, and this may be the last time we ever go there. So, guys, what are y'all's take on all this?
Well, there was a leak way before that suggested that Cade was going to die, and those were correct.
Right.
And
that was like when D2 launched or something.
Vanilla D2,
yeah.
Or before, yeah. I don't know.
And these are coming from pretty much the same people who are reverse engineering, I guess, the database schema that Bungie is using to classify their items and finding new things. I'm assuming, I'm not doing this myself. But there is an assumption there. We lost
nope.
Mr. J. So he'll be coming
J
back.
will be right back.
And there he is. See, that was quick.
Okay.
But yeah, and now I don't know exactly what their methods are, but they are finding these, and then they're able to somehow get a transcript or the actual files from within the game installation. Again, I'm not sure how they're doing it, but they were correct the last time. So I'm going to go ahead and put a good percentage of probability that there is something going on, and that's going to happen in the new expansions.
The footage that they were comparing it to, like from all the data that's been gathered, there's a lot of speculation that we're going to go back to this area called, I believe it was called the Breach or something, in the Cosmodrome wall, which the footage they showed that they're comparing it to is way back in like 2013, I think, or something. There was this, maybe it was E3 or it was early footage from before Destiny 1 was actually coming out. And it was basically their demo reel, probably E3 or something, when they were first announcing the game and showing their first official gameplay footage, where you fought this Archon.
Is that where the Thunderlord dropped from?
Yeah. And actually, the character has a Duke hand cannon, which we have now. We just got it. And they kill this Archon. It drops an exotic, and it's the Thunderlord. So apparently that's where we're going to go, and that's supposedly the biggest guess on how we actually get the Thunderlord, which I got to say would be a huge fan service. It would be really cool. And personally, whether that's how we get it or not, I'm like, hell yeah, bring on the Thunderlord, because that's awesome. That was a great gun. And I don't want to wait till December to get heavy machine guns back either.
Exactly. I never understood the decision to get rid of that weapon class. I mean,
Eric, I think that boils down to all those decisions they made in Vanilla D2 that.
But yeah, it'd be nice to get those back.
I see the little guy running around.
Yeah,
we got a little guardian on the show.
He's running around.
Of his energy, it'd be awesome.
Yeah,
I know, right?
Yeah, no. If we had, just give me some energy, I'll be happy with that. He's running around everywhere.
Bottle it and sell it.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah. Give me some Dr. Pepper, Dad.
No, hell no.
Yeah.
No soda for him at all. No soda for this kid.
Yeah, he's saying yeah. Yeah.
He's copying. He's copying the helmet fire.
Yeah, I know,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
No, anyway, but yeah, Thunderlord. I know everyone will be really happy to get that, and I can't wait to see how it performs in the sandbox. This will be the first time that heavy machine guns will be introduced into Destiny 2's sandbox. So it's an all new weapon archetype as far as that's concerned, and I'm really curious if it's gonna be just go in there, melt face, and just be OP, or if they're gonna, or if they're gonna come in real like conservative and it be a little too weak. You know, I'm really curious to see where it falls in the meta with heavy weapons, especially with contenders like Sleeper and Queen Breakers, you know, and some of these other really powerhouse weapons. You know, yeah. Speaking of which, I wish I could get Queen Breaker, but I will say this: I said it. I think I said it last week. Linear fusion rifles. Dude, I went. So there's 3 or 4 you can choose from in the collections from year one. There's a Tarantula, the Crooked Fang. Crooked Fang got brought up to Forsaken with random rolls, by the way, too. Yep. But I went for the Tarantula because it has snapshot sights. And dude, I'm telling you right now, I had at least 4 or 5 games in a row in Gambit where I went in and got 4 pieces like it wasn't nothing. I mean, it was the charge time is super fast. It's so fast that if you miss a headshot, you can charge it up. I mean, you're like, like it's that quick.
So
and I was messing people up.
Gambit with me because I'm gonna need 3 team wipes in Gambit pretty soon.
Yeah.
Finish my malfeasance.
No, dude. I'm an average. Okay, so Gambit. So first off, I want to say that.
I'm out of that, by the way, guys. If you're listening, they're all on PlayStation. I'm on Xbox.
No, Jay's on PC.
Oh yeah, okay. So we have one real player. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and Angel mains Xbox, I think. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
But so PvP, regular PvP, like my KD in PvP and Gambit, that's 2 whole different worlds. Like I'm above average in Gambit. I'm okay in PvP, but like I said, I busted out that linear fusion, dude, and they couldn't react. I mean, unless they had Sleeper, they couldn't react. I went against a guy with Sleeper, I got smoked. I went against a guy with Queen Breaker, and I got smoked.
Yeah. Can we backtrack a little bit about the heavy machine guns? I couldn't talk because baby was having a ball over here.
Yeah.
So,
go ahead.
Heavy machine guns. So the reason why I think they were removed from D2 at the beginning was because a lot of people complained about what was that? The heavy machine gun from
Terminus.
Terminus.
That thing did not stop shooting. It did not stop shooting.
I love that gun so much.
And that's what I'm curious, man, because you think about the ammo economy for a weapon like that. It's a freaking machine gun. That's lots of bullets, and you're gonna have to limit the lot of bullets.
Yeah.
And how do you do that in our sandbox? So I'm like,
I don't know.
So there's a couple of things. One, I really think what they're gonna do is they're gonna make the ammo, decent, but it's not good. They're not gonna. I don't think they're gonna hit like they did in D1.
No,
that's my prediction.
You mean I'm not gonna get a triple tap auto reloading heavy machine gun anymore?
Oh God,
man.
Dude, honestly, I hope it is because that would just be fun. Yeah. That's like the Sleeper. The Sleeper, as broken as it is in Gambit, and Gambit's the only real problem with it, to be honest.
It's
not broken.
Not anymore. Since they're after ammo. Seems fine to me.
Yeah.
Right. The ammo that was the right answer. The aim assist didn't make a flinch at all. I don't think that mattered. But I think machine guns are going to come in to PvP a little soft. That's my prediction.
Yeah.
I think so. I mean, they might make it OP. I mean, look at all the supers they came out with.
I think they're going to have trouble getting it up. I'm just saying.
Well, then that's a conversation for a different podcast, ladies and gentlemen.
I mean, it does have lightning rounds, so that could be something,
Yeah. So, aside of backtrack, but we can go back to the Legion Fusion rifles now in Gambit. Queen's Breaker is really good.
Queen Breaker, I tell you what, any linear fusion rifle or Queen Breaker, which is a linear fusion just with bullet travel, they're amazing in Gambit. Yeah, I mean, dude, if you haven't tried it, go get you a Tarantula out of your inventory, put it up to, a decent light. You don't even worry about masterworking it. Just go try that charge time and snapshot sights, and your KD is going to go up. I promise you.
Yeah, like my the Kane just said in chat. One of my buddies, Jiff, has Queensbreaker's bow.
Oh yeah, dude, that's gross. That's
had
gross.
18 kills with that thing, man. That thing's ridiculous.
Dang. Nice.
The most enemy guardian kills I got in Gambit this weekend, or what's today? Or yeah, this past weekend was it 11? I got 11.
Wow.
And that was with the tarantula. So
you mean guardian kills?
Yeah, guardian kills in Gambit.
Nice.
And here I'm using a sniper. I'm using the wrong weapon.
From invading or being invaded. Yeah, one of the two. So
Well,
I always hate it when another member of my team goes and invade and I just see them like have a sniper out. I'm like, no, I'm carrying my fusion rifles. Let me go.
That's me.
I have a really good Fake Cries FAL. It has outlaw and snapshot sights. That's the Crucible sniper energy. And in regular PvP, I like it. It does really good. It's pretty fast firing too. So if you don't get the headshot, you can usually get that follow up too. I'm starting to like weapons with snapshot a lot more.
Oh yeah,
the snapshot's great.
Sniper that they were just selling had snapshot and opening shot.
Yeah,
snapshot was great at snipers.
And you know what? Like I got one, but I was like, I like my Fake Cries FAL better. So I just sharded it, to be honest.
Oh.
My favorite sniper is actually the Vice one, the Copperhead from Year 1, Vanilla D2. It's a fast firing archetype, really fast reload. You got to get the headshot, but it's a lot of fun, man. It's a really good snappy sniper rifle.
Nice.
So, more leaks from Anon the 9. This time, we're talking some really, really futuristic stuff, man. We're talking D3 level leaks. And the most interesting thing about it is this guy has not been wrong about anything yet. So, presumably, here's some quick bullet points. Enceladus was teased from Cade in the Forsaken missions when we the mission on Titan where you get all his loot caches. So Enceladus, which is where the Deep Zone Crypt is supposed to be, so that was teased. Mara Sov's Throne World, when we visited her this past week, had a different hologram next to her chair, where it had the triangle ships basically, and there was some more audio files that leaked, with some dialogue from her talking about when the curse might end on the Dreaming City. But as far as Destiny 3, Europa was teased as well. So we've all seen that famous concept art by Bungie of Europa and the big skyscraper with ice and snow everywhere. Really beautiful piece. And everyone's been wanting to go there since before Destiny Vanilla launched.
Yes,
in D1. So I don't remember all the exact things they talked about, but it seems the biggest thing that he said though was there will be a big emphasis on Guardians using darkness powers, and they said PvEVP in overworld locations. So imagine being on patrol, and if you encounter a Dark Guardian, y'all could actually fight each other. That's what's being teased here, and I got to tell you, that premise alone can be really that sounds like it could be really problematic, but at the same time that makes me really excited for what it could be. What do you guys think?
Have baby cry in the background, so hold on.
Oh yeah. Contra, what do you think about going in the patrol zone and all of a sudden you see this Dark Guardian with taken energy around him and he just starts to try to F you up and you're like, take this Nova Bomb, you jerk. Like, wouldn't that be pretty cool?
Yeah, I mean, again, anything that introduces a new variety of pace on the game and expands the story. See, this is my thing. For me, you can add anything to the game as long as it expands the universe or expands the story. So ideas like that.
They are doing a good job of that so far. I can tell you that.
Yeah. No, I agree. I mean, none of us has really looked at the entire Dreaming City and everything that it needs to offer. Right.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, a lot of us have been for the past 3 weeks just deluged with new content, and we've been stuck in the loop. So the forest is a loop, the well is a loop, the raid is a loop, The constant grind for higher level item gear is another loop. So we're doing these things over and over again just to get to that coveted 600 level on all 3 characters, if you have 3 characters. And once you do, that's when you're gonna start to explore, the crevasses and the little. I mean, there are people already doing that. That's how they get famous on Reddit and YouTube. We're missing out there.
Yeah, there's still tons of stuff to be found. Like there's still people that gotta finish the taking eggs, which isn't until next week.
Yep.
The skulls, there's like guides for the skulls to find those.
Yeah, there's still 2 wishes that haven't been found, but for wish 10, I think it's 10 and 15 that have not been found, but wish 10. So apparently there in the leak with these audio files that's been going on, there was another leak with those that said something about Gambit and in relation to the 10th wish. And basically the gist of it was people were suspecting that the little diagram that you find in the world for all these wishes, which is how they've been finding them from before, apparently
Destiny, the pyramid
also,
someone's playing a video. I can hear the audio. Yeah.
Also, Anandanan actually put in that Reddit thread about the Europa. Someone asked him about 2019 comic expansion. He said year 3 will be another annual pass, so it'll be like Forsaken and another annual pass.
And didn't I've been calling this, haven't I?
You said it.
I've been calling this for months now. I said, watch this. Forsaken comes out, we're getting an annual pass. Savathûn DLC drops September next year. Another annual pass, and then D3 in 2020 in September.
You said it.
And Anon just called it, so I'm pretty sure I'm damn right on this.
Year three will be annual pass. I'm guessing that'll be Savathûn pyramid ships. Maybe that makes sense. Or
no, the annual pass comes after the DLC drop.
Yeah, maybe we won't get the pyramid ships in year 3. Maybe we'll just get a Savathûn raid or whatever, and then we'll get the annual pass, and then we'll get.
I think this is what's going to happen, and this is what I think he is also saying, is that we're getting an annual pass now, which is going to carry us through the summer of 2019, and then September 2019, Savathûn DLC drops. That's a full Forsaken size expansion. Yeah. After that, December starts a new annual pass, which carries us until September 2020, and that's when I think D3 is going to drop.
Exactly. That's what he's saying. He's saying year 3 will be like will be Forsaken or the Taken Queen expansion.
Dude, I called this like 5-7 episodes ago at least.
You called it.
I've been. And it makes sense though, from a marketing standpoint, especially if these annual passes provide the content like they're talking about, where there's going to be the Black Armory is going to introduce a new raid layer and a bunch of new like weapons to chase and gear and stuff, and then Joker's Wild in the spring is going to be about the Drifter. There's no raid layer, but they said Gambit's going to evolve and there's some new activity, right? And then Penumbra is in the summer. That will have a raid layer.
That
right?
looks like a Leviathan.
It is, yeah. It looks Leviathan themed, which I'm cool with. I would love to see them expand Callus and all that. You know.
Imagine we get the Leviathan, but like a patrol area, like Dream City.
I'll take it.
Like it looks like, honestly, it looks like that's what it was supposed to be at first. But then they had to cut some stuff back, blah blah blah. The whole debacle happened. Destiny 2 reset, blah blah blah. But it looks like, because that place is huge, dude. Like it looks like it was supposed to be something like that, but then they cut back on it, and then they came out with a Dreaming City and Forsaken. This thing works, so maybe they're gonna do it. With
the Leviathan is an impressive piece of content, and the way they did it, they weren't my favorite raids, but they weren't bad either. And Argos was one of the best bosses they've ever done.
Yeah, he was.
So they got that right. It was like a strike, like a raid boss they put into a strike for that one.
Yeah.
That raid layer. It was short.
It was pretty cool. I mean, I the whole concept of the Leviathan is pretty cool, and it looks awesome. Looks wonderful. I want to be able to explore the whole thing, but we can't as of right now. Hopefully, they do that.
The lore behind Callus interests me because he has like seen the darkness. He has like encountered it, right?
Yes.
And so if they expand on that at all, everyone will be happy, I'm sure, story wise.
I'm happy that they show that little tease of Leviathan in the picture, because I was hoping we wouldn't leave Callus behind. Like he was a big part of year 1 Destiny story. So I like that we're continuing his story in year 2 somehow.
Yeah, the whole darkness thing though, like the game is already hinting so hard at us getting into darkness powers. Like they are hinting at it so hard. And I gotta be honest, like I'm really curious how that plays out because we're supposed to be the freaking good guys, and we're like, are you gonna tell me that my guardian is oblivious to what the drifter's up to? Like we're just totally oblivious. Oh, I got this cool gun with black smoke on it. Cool, let's shoot things. Pew pew pew. You know, like come on, man. So I'll be interested to see how they write that. You know,
what was the line that our Prince Awoken friend said here a couple weeks ago? What was it?
The line is very thin. You know,
the line's very thin. Which side are you on? So they've been hitting a lot, and our ghost seems kind of worried about it as well. He's like, don't forget, we're doing this for justice. We're doing it for Kate. We're not doing it for revenge, whatever. So the ghost is well aware that we're kind of in between right now.
And then the ghost ain't because the gambit, the malfeasance 580 strike where you're working on getting the weapon and you find Callum's grave.
Mm-hmm.
That whole dialogue, Ghost is obviously on to whatever the drifter's up to, and it was obvious in the dialogue that Callum was in league with the drifter, and that's what got him killed by whoever this killer is, which we think is Shin Malphur. And
with the golden gun.
And the dialogue that Callum said was, sometimes we do the wrong thing for the right reason. And he's like spoken like a true disciple, and then he golden gun wastes his ass. Yep. So that's where I'm like really curious to see the writers play more on that in the future content. That whole line of like, even with the killing Uldren, the ghost was like, we're not doing this to kill the guy. We're doing this for the right reason, right? Like he was almost questioning the scenario.
He actually tried stopping us from killing him. He was like, he's like, okay, look at him, he's done. Yeah. Not like this.
Yeah, he said not like this, right? So it's like,
and then Petra.
This internal struggle that the writers are doing is just amazing. I can't wait to see it iterated on.
It reminds me of kind of like Star Wars, man, the dark side. We're Anakin right now.
Are you finally ready to join me?
Oh man,
God, maybe if you had better dance moves.
Exactly.
Right.
Man, they're doing a great job with this whole like we're in between, and it's interesting, man. It's something I remind me of like a lot like Star Wars. Like what was that game? Knights of the Old Republic and the old Xbox game.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that's awesome. A classic.
I loved it. I love the fact that I can go either dark or light side and whatever. It was pretty cool, and I know they can't do that with Destiny 1 not to that extent.
Oh man, dude. Okay, $1 million question right here. What if D3 comes out? We got to create a new character, right? We got to do the thing.
I'll switch to PC.
Wait. What if part of your character selection is you have to choose between being a light side guardian or a dark guardian, and you can't revert it on that character once you choose it? What if they do that?
I'm going dark all the way. Let's go. Give me Thorn.
I mean, I hope they don't make it that drastic of a decision to make. Because I mean, you could make a second character make that character the light side versus the dark side or whatever, but like that could potentially be a choice they put us through. A decision that we have to make, and I hope they do. That'd be awesome.
But that's not the way that it's currently set up, though, because even when you look at Uldren's transition over to the dark side, let's see, and you can see sort of that darkness in his eyes when his sister is talking at the end of his death. He's really still a good guy in his heart. He's just warped in his sense of purpose. He's thinking doing good, but he's just getting screwed.
I think in older situation, it was a little different. Older's on the Guardian. He was
he's not a Guardian, right?
He was tempted. He was tricked by Riven. He was tricked by.
He was controlled. Yeah, but what Contra's saying is that he said everything I did for my sister, for my family. So that's the greater purpose, that he thinks it's okay to do wrong as long as it's taking care of her, which it's not. It's not okay what he did. He just released this stupid dragon that made a stupid wish that screwed everything for an endless cycle in 3 weeks, and like no, you a-hole. Like your sister's, I mean, it wasn't worth all that,
But his sister is very important, and that's the thing. That's the thing right now. We
don't really know how important she is, though. That's the thing.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing, right? He doesn't know what her plan. No one knew what her plan was except for Eris. So maybe, who knows? Maybe Odin thought, maybe she succeeded in her plan and got Orcs to Strongworld. Let's bring her back. and
Yeah.
maybe he thought that could turn the tides of the war with with everything else. So we don't know how important she is, but she's obviously
That's the
very
thing
important.
is, like Mara got her plan worked, and she got where she wanted to be.
No,
We don't know why she wanted to be there, but at this, unless it was to defeat Oryx, in which case we succeeded. But
her
what
plan's the
she didn't
network.
anticipate is Savathun's wish.
No, her plan was to get killed by Oryx, go into his throne world, wait for us to kill Oryx in his throne world so she could take the throne.
Yeah,
But she didn't anticipate that Savathun came right afterwards and
right.
took.
Savathun outsmarted all of them.
Well, she came. I don't know how, but she came right at the right moment. No one noticed her. Like even Riven said something like in Lord that that not even Light noticed that she came, and she took over the Taken King spot underneath Mara's nose, so she even know.
Yeah.
So it was too late. So Mara's plan didn't even work. She had to retreat back into wherever she is now.
It has something to do with that stupid Vex mind that I forget the name of it.
Quora, whatever.
Yeah,
Quora.
I forget the name, but you know what I'm talking about. So anyway, we've dived down quite a deep rabbit hole on that one, man. But
I just want to say one thing. I also one thing. Why the hell did Oryx give Savathun that Vex mind? I have no idea. But okay.
He gifted it. From what I remember reading, he gifted it to her because he was impressed by its ability to simulate the throne world or some shit like that.
The sword logic.
The sword, yeah. It was able to simulate the sword's logic to a point until Oryx decided to take this Vex mind. He took him, and then he gifted it because he was so impressed with what it did. This Vex mind went from the Vex network and transitioned into the high throne world. And started observing and learning. I
just don't understand why he gave it to Savathun. He could have kept it himself. I don't know. It's weird.
We'll find out. He did now. Yeah.
We'll find out.
Yeah. What they say the hive, all the hive that ascendant plane, like I'm still waiting to run into one of these ascendant portals and the Oryx is there and I'm like, oh,
we ran into, remember those 3 knights and
but we killed him in his throne world technically.
Yeah, he's dead.
So he's
gone.
Dead. Yeah, he's dead.
Gone.
That's right.
He's gone.
Right.
You remember those 3 knights? Yeah.
No, he is. He's because he went to the throne world. He took us there with him, and then we killed him in there. So he is dead.
Yeah, once you kill a hive god in the throne world, they're dead.
That's like permadead.
Yeah. But remember those 3 knights in Destiny 1 in that one moon mission?
I know what you're getting at. Yeah, the first one of those first missions on the moon, those 3 princes, those hive princes that we had to kill.
We saw them again in one of the Ascendant challenges.
And was it the Ascendant challenge or was it the it was an Ascendant challenge.
The sword. That was pretty cool. I like that. I was like, holy shit, it's them.
Yep, that sure was. That was such a cool little. They've been doing that. If you look at the names of some of these enemy combatants, they're with purpose. They belong somewhere, and we've seen a lot of them before. Even with the Whisper of the Worm quest, when you had to wait for the Blight and then kill one of those special enemies, one of them was Urzok, the Hated.
Yep.
Son of a bee, and I think the other one wasn't Valis to Ark. One of them.
Yeah.
I'm like, are you kidding?
Came back.
Freaking Urzok, the Hated. Do you remember how much of a bastard that guy was to kill? Those arc shields were OP as if.
And then I thought they couldn't take orcs can take dead enemies or dead people. But
I don't know, man.
I don't know.
That's
Savathun's doing something tricky.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot to look forward to. Thunderlord's coming. Looks like we're going to be visiting the Cosmodrome at least one last time while this is going on. I think it's going to be a very self-contained small mission with a very small play area, just enough to get us the gun as my guess. And then Eververse, of course, will have 2 ornaments for sale when it goes live, the same they did with Whisper of the Worm. So that'll be available based on the icons that were leaked. And then we'll have to solve the murder of Master Ives' murder, which might be tied to the Thunderlord. And then, of course, the update on the 30th. And then right around the corner is the Black Armory, which Icebreaker and the Last Word are rumored to make a return.
Last Word. I hope. But I think I want Last Word to come back as soon as possible. But the lore side of me wants it to come back during the Joker's Wild expansion. because it should Malfoy. But
the Thorn, the Thorn is rumored to come back for that.
No, I'm talking about Last Word.
No. Oh well, the Last Word, according to Anon, is coming in Black Armory.
Black Armory, yeah. I wanted it then, but
now there's rumor that the Thorn will come back in Joker's Wild.
Is it really Thorn?
I just heard that one earlier today, so that might be worth looking into. And come on, they if they're gonna have the malfeasance and all this dredging, the dredging people, followers of Yor and things like that, like you can't not make a Return of the Thorn. Come on.
I would like it, but lore-wise, I mean, the malfeasance is supposed to be a replica of the Thorn because the Thorn is gone. Apparently,
it's not a replica as so much as it is
it's like
an evolution.
Yeah.
And the Thorn used hive magic, whereas the malfeasance uses exotic taken energy.
Yeah.
So it's a little different,
It is. It's interesting.
And I'm okay with it. I'm totally okay with it.
Yeah. Can't wait. I want them to buff malfeasance because the grind for it.
Oh,
well,
now 30th. The 30th. Malfeasance is getting buffed.
That's right. Against PvE enemies, right?
PvE and Gambit something. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Not against Guardians, but I guess like PvE enemies. That's gonna be good. I like that. Make it somewhat. Because right now the issue is why use that instead of a Whisper or.
Yeah, it doesn't pack enough of a punch for an exotic slot.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
And that's what I've heard, and I haven't gotten mine yet, so I just stopped looking. What I did get finally was an Ikelos shotgun this week.
Yes, I got mine last week too.
I got it. It's this week, right? The Ikelos shotgun is this week. Last week was like all of them, and this week it's a shotgun.
Last week was all three.
So this week is a shotgun.
This week is the shotgun.
I got the sniper. I got the sniper and the Ikelos. Yes. But it was funny because I'm just going down to Mars to do a daily mission, and I see 3 people trying to do escalation protocols. I'm like, these guys are not going to get anywhere. Let me just go and help. And then the 4 of us ended up clearing the levels, the 7 levels, and I got some boots. So they stuck around, and we did it again. And then I got the Ikelos, and I was like, okay, I'm gone.
Yep.
That's it.
That's how it works.
Yep.
Unless you get a team, man. Yeah,
that's one of the magical things about Destiny, man. You can just walk in the world like, oh, these guys need help. Let me help them out real quick, and then you
get your loot.
Cool.
PC.
There's a couple of times on PC where you could just talk in like local chat and you make friends that way. Just I need help. Okay, you just walk in. It's so cool.
Now to go on your idea, Helmet, about what you're mentioning about Dark Guardians. Well, what about this guy, the Drifter? I mean, if you look at the close-ups, from him in his shot, look at his eyes, and they look sort of like Aldrin's. They have a little bit of that darkness spike.
Do they?
I think that's just an in-game cinematic lighting issue personally, but I understand the train of thought you're going down, and absolutely, it's in. So he is labeled as a rogue light bearer. So he has the light like we do. And he's very old. He is centuries old, well before the city. And they think that he was around during the collapse, is what they think, right, Jay?
Yeah, something like that. I mean, he goes way back, and apparently
he's old.
Apparently, and this is a big implication here. This is if this is true, this is huge because this might change how we look at Cade. Apparently, he's thrown with Cade too. So I mean,
right.
Drifter isn't really, good. He's pretty shady. He's running with Cade. What was Cade up to?
And here's the thing, this ship that he drags around, the derelict, that big ball is essentially, and it says this in the lore, it is basically a pocket dimension where he has and can control his own taken enemies. So he has his own little mobile army. And the moats are just a way for us to recycle the energy he needs to perpetually use and grow this army of, taken and stuff. And as far as the whole lore about him running from this golden gun wielding light bearer that's out to kill him, aka probably Shin Malphur, it's because we don't know why he wants to kill the Drifter or what the Drifter might have done, but the motivation for the Drifter to build the malfeasance, the whole purpose seems to be to have a way to beat this guy, and because no one can beat him. And he says you still won't live through the encounter, but neither will he by using this gun because they're dark bullets that'll burrow and perma-kill him, right?
Mhm.
But the question still remains is like, well, what the hell did the Drifter do? And why has he got this little taken army floating around the galaxy and getting us involved? You know, those are the questions that still remain unanswered. So I don't believe for a second this guy is quote unquote a good guy. I think he's got some ulterior motive that's not necessarily in line with the darkness, but not necessarily in line with the Vanguard and the city's wants either. You know?
Yeah, he's not a bad guy, but he's not a good guy. He's his own guy. And it's like I think what he's carrying around has something to do with like so I don't know how far you go into this lore, but apparently and this might have been on inside this whatever where Cade, where the Exo from. Apparently he was on a frozen world where it was like him and his fire like five other guardians, and something was on there. Some actual form of the darkness was there. They captured it, but they thought they captured it, but it was actually fucking with them, and it made them all kill each other.
Some of them died from it or by it, and then some got in altercations and killed each other, and then he was like the last one standing, and he ended up killing the last guy. You know, so it's a real shady thing, and he's the only survivor, right? So
he's the only survivor of that situation. So like, maybe where he's carrying around has something to do with what happened on that planet. Who knows? Or maybe that's when he ran into Cade. I mean, because that was on the Exo homeworld where they created the Exos. So maybe that's where he met Cade. Who knows?
And Cade wasn't a Vanguard back then either. You know.
No, he wasn't.
Didn't he leave a note to one of those notes to the Drifter? You know.
Yeah.
I knew it was going to catch up with us one day or something. I don't remember.
Yeah.
He mentioned
the man with the golden gun.
Yeah, he's like my money is on man with the golden gun. He's like I wish I was alive. I wish I'd be alive to see that fight or something like that.
Right.
Yeah, that's gonna be interesting.
So I think Joker's Wild's gonna go down this road with pretty hardcore, and I hope so because I like this character. I like the lore behind him.
He's interesting, dude.
Yeah, it's really interesting. Like we actually have an NPC has depth and purpose, and it pisses me off because I love Shaxx, and Jesus, when are they going to give him his own story DLC? Like, it's fucking Lord Shaxx. Come on, I mean,
they did give him the Mara Solvflow thing, right? Where the helmet stayed on.
Yeah, but he's still a two-dimensional character. He gets overexcited, loves the Crucible, and that's all he does. Yeah.
But they gave him some lines, and
that's the only thing I started about.
What is it in Vanilla D2? Vanilla D2, when you're going through getting your powers back, he has some lines talking about back in the day with him and Saladin and Efrity, and he's like, I miss Lady Efrity, so he had a thing for her. Yeah. But I guess I don't know. We'll see. But
for those who don't know what we're talking about as far as Marsov, look into the what was it? The lore tab of the Titan Mark, is it? The Mark.
Which one it is?
One of the raid gear talks about Marsov being like frustrated right before the Taken King introsmatic, and then she makes a wish. Riven hears her, and next thing you know, Shaxx appears in front of her, and he's holding a cup of coffee. He's like, and then we almost died, or something like that. And he drops his coffee. He's like, what the hell? What am I doing here?
Did that actually happen?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, she's like,
is that actually in the lore?
Yeah, dude. Yeah,
what?
She makes a wish, like in her mind, whatever. And Riven, all the way from Dream City, hears her. Out of nowhere, Shaxx comes out of nowhere and says like a line like, and then we almost died, or something like that. And he's like, the hell am I? And then she goes, read this for me, whatever. It's like a poem or something like that. He's like, I could recite this. One of the books, he just throws the book on the floor. No, he like incinerates the book. And the last line says, and the helmet stayed on.
Interesting. Well, I'll definitely check that out.
And just because you're saying that, I am bringing up the Reddit page that contains what you just mentioned.
Yeah,
it's part of it's either the Mark of the Great Hunt or the Titan Boots of the Great Hunt. One of those two. So it's hilarious. It's great.
It's a juicy read.
It's pretty good. I liked it.
Yeah, we'll have to check that out for sure.
Marisov used Riven to summon Lord Shaxx to read her a bedtime story.
That actually is in the lore. So what? She had a thing for Lord Shaxx, dude.
I don't know.
She was bored, and
No, she was frustrated because in the lore, in the thing, she took her gun, her sidearm, and shot the wall. Like she was frustrated because it was right before the Taken War.
That's
I guess
really
she was like
crazy.
nervous, and then she made a wish, I guess, and like.
So how does she even know Lord Shaxx in the first place?
I don't know. Well, I mean, she does know about Ikora and Eris and them, and it's like the way the Ankara work. You don't have to say your wish, or you don't have to like say what you want. They just read your like your inner thoughts or your inner wants, and like, oh, you want this? All right, well, here you goes. And Shaxx appeared, and she's like, okay, cool, let's do it.
we can definitely read it. I wish to be feared. Mara stared at the wall of wishes. She had no more bargains to make. Her plans were in motion. There was nothing left but to wait.
Yeah.
Move on.
Oh no, there's more than that.
She pulled the sidearm from a hidden holster and cracked a dozen rounds into the wall. The cosmic balance shifted. Somewhere in a dreaming city, Riven heard the Queen's wish, and 1,000 shrieking tears in reality cut through the space in front of her. Lord Shaxx suddenly blocked Mara's view of the wall. Yes, and we'd be all dead, he was screaming. Now, you're going to have to forgive me if you're listening to this, but I'm actually trying to read a video. Yeah. He was screaming at no one with a mug of caffeine in his fist. He stared, almost spilling his coffee. Where are we? Mara slapped the mug out of his hand. It shattered on the floor. She shoved a weathered book in his face. I told you there would come a time when I collect you for the Reef Wars. Read this out loud.
Wow.
And yeah, that's where it goes.
And then, and the funny thing is, during the Crimson Doubles event in Destiny 1, the book that she gave him, I forget what it's called. It's in that tab. He mentions that book in a certain dialogue in the game. He's like, and I can recite this from my heart, whatever, something like that. So he could recite that book from his mind, whatever.
Wow. So
from memory. So it's a little tie back to what you said in Destiny 1. So it's great.
I would love to see them expand on that little plot line. That sounds pretty funny.
That's not rated T for teen.
Yeah, I mean, it could be just like a little
I don't know, man. I mean, I just thought I think it's interesting. What a weird pairing,
Right?
It could be rated T for trouble.
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, dude, that was cool, man.
Yeah. On that byline, I think we should probably call it a night.
just
well, I'm bothered.
Yeah, let me just change the title there for rated T for trouble.
Yeah. Well, in the meantime, Mr. Erik, where can people find you?
You guys can find me on Twitter at Erik_Digital_.
All right. CrayZJaye, what about you, bub?
Thank you for that.
Just shut up and go with it. I'm trying to help you.
You got me. It's gone. The Twitter page gone. It's over. It's gone too far. You can find me at twitch.tv/CrayZJaye. I'll be streaming tonight after we're done here in a little bit.
Go check them out, folks.
Yep, and after you go check them out, just remember to read that headline that's right there under the stream right now. And as always, you can find me
No!
You can find me on Contrabang.com, and
I don't get it. Like I've given up so much. Like, never mind. Anyway, forgive me. Say that again.
I'll make your life simple. Just go to Contrabang.com. Contrabang.com. I promise there's no virus, no adware, no pop-ups, and no crazy stuff happening. Just
a subscription page for $10.99.99.
You just be told that your computer has a virus and you need to pay $300 to get it out of your computer.
Please give your bank account no, don't do that. Do not do that.
Your bank account is safe with me. I'm a very ethical guy. I told you. I promise. I'll just use it for personal expenses only.
Yeah, I know, right? Anyway, my name is The Helmet Fire. You can follow me on Twitter at The Helmet Fire. You can check out my YouTube. I got some crazy Destiny stuff on there that I post once in a while. Other than that, if you like the show, YouTube will be our primary platform moving for the foreseeable future. So definitely check out our YouTube channel. Just search Travelers Podcast. Drop us a sub and a follow and turn on the notifications. Click that bell icon. That way you don't ever miss any episodes. We appreciate everybody for coming out and showing the support. We're having a blast. Twitch doing the live show. We do this live every Wednesday at 9:30 p.m. Eastern right here on twitch.tv/Travelers Podcast. So make sure you come and drop us a follow there as well. And I think that's it, right, guys? That's about it. Didn't miss anything, did I?
Nope.
Any other plugs or messages to get out there?
I can't think of anything at the moment now.
Dip, 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 dip.
Go
That's
get
all,
that kid
folks.
some Dr. Pepper. Go,
No,
he's like,
Then he won't sleep.
I think he's finally asleep, so let's leave him be.
hey kid, you want some Dr. Pepper?
Oh God, no, dude. Hell no.
All right, everybody. We'll see you all next time right here on Travelers. See you later.